Aries, you're about to close out a full year, and most people around you won't notice it happening until it's already done. That's the real headline of your September, not the busy stretch at the start, not the shopping spree in the middle, the ending. Everything else this month is just set up for one night, near the 26th, when the sky hands you the bill and the reward for the last 12 months at once. Walk through it in order with me, because this month, the order is the whole point. The month opens with your to-do list regenerating itself, one task closed, two more appear. The sun sits in your 6th house, work, health, routine, all month until the 23rd, and Mercury joins it there for the first week before moving on ahead. Expect the pole to just push through on caffeine and momentum instead of pacing yourself. Resist it. An Aries running on fumes by the second week is exactly how this month starts going sideways. The 8th and 9th are your best 2 days here, genuinely good for signing something, taking an offer, or making a real purchase. If a contract's been sitting unsigned in your inbox, or you've been dodging a dentist or doctor's appointment because the calendar looked too full, actually open the booking app on one of those 2 days instead of telling yourself you'll get to it next week. The 10th is loaded. 2 planets change signs within hours. Venus shifts into your 8th house, shared money, loans, and plain magnetism. How easy to want you seem to other people right now. Ask for the loan, the raise, the date. The sky is unusually cooperative. This is a genuinely good day to actually send that message you've been drafting in your head for a week. The same day, Mercury moves ahead of the sun into your 7th house. Partnership. So, an important conversation or document is likely to land right around now too. A text from an ex you didn't expect. A contract your lawyer finally sends back. A friend proposing you actually go into business together instead of just talking about it. The very next night brings a new moon in Virgo, still inside that 6th house of work. New moons are blank pages, and this one's about your job, your health habits, or your home life if you've got pets or dependents. A stagnant work environment gets real movement here, new coworkers, a shift in your role, an opening if you're job hunting. It's also a strong window to start hiring help if you run something yourself. The new moon technically lands right at the boundary between the 10th and 11th, so don't be surprised if your calendar app and a friend's disagree on the date by one day. Either way, treat the stretch as one window. Through the 12th to the 14th, that 7th house energy keeps building. A lucky introduction at a party you almost skipped. The relationship conversation you've been circling finally happens easily over dinner instead of over text. A good stretch for travel plans or buying tech. Mars, your own ruling planet, sits in your 4th house of home until the 27th. So a lot of the month's action happens close to where you live. Renovations, new equipment, maybe property changing hands. If you've been meaning to set up a home gym instead of paying for a membership you barely use, this placement backs you specifically. This is the month to actually order the equipment. The 14th also opens a more fertile stretch of your personal cycle if that's relevant to you. That same day, the black moon shifts from Sagittarius into Capricorn, your 10th house of career and status. Genuinely exciting for ambition and visibility, real potential to grow your role. But the black moon has a well-earned reputation for stirring up envy and hidden rivals wherever it lands. And it stays here 9 months, until next June. Be a little more careful than usual about who you tell your plans to at work. Plain discretion, not paranoia. Save the big announcement for after it's actually confirmed instead of celebrating in the group chat too early. If that pressure feels heavier than it should, a grounding practice or a firmer boundary at work tends to take the edge off noticeably. The 23rd is the equinox, a real turning point. Not just a square on the calendar, it technically lands right around midnight UTC. So it can feel like it arrives the evening before. The sun leaves your work sector and enters Libra, your seventh house of partnership, making easy aspects as it arrives. Excellent window for contracts, deals, networking, and yes, weddings, specifically. If you've been sitting on an invitation or a proposal, this is a genuinely good week to say yes. Since Venus already spent time in your 8th house this month, expect this to lean personal and romantic more than purely professional. Treat the 23rd as worth actually celebrating with the specific person this is about. Book the dinner. Don't just let it pass as another Tuesday. Then comes the night this whole month was building toward. The full moon lands on the 26th in your own sign, Aries, opposite the sun. A full moon in your own sign is a genuine yearly marker. The moment the last 6 to 12 months of effort actually gets weighed and shown back to you, wins and misses lit up together. Expect it to feel unusually emotional. Don't be surprised if you tear up over something small that isn't really about that small thing at all. Neptune's influence makes it a good window for paying attention to your dreams, literal and otherwise. Keep a notebook by the bed this week, and for asking your own intuition a direct question instead of reasoning your way to an answer. The 2 weeks after the 26th, as the moon wanes through your own first house, are genuinely one of the best stretches all year for actually letting go of something, a habit, a person, a way of operating that's stopped working. If there's something you've wanted to quit, the gym membership you never use, the friendship that only drains you, the job search you keep half doing, this is the year's strongest window to actually do it. One caution: Mars and Chiron are both under tension the 26th and 27th, touching your health sector specifically. Don't schedule anything physically demanding or risky those 2 days. No new gym max, no race you haven't trained for, no ignoring a small ache because you'd rather not slow down. Rest, reflect, and set your next goals instead. A full moon already asks enough of you emotionally without a pulled muscle on top of it. By the 27th, Mars finally leaves your home sector for your 5th house. Romance, creativity, kids, if that applies to you. Expect a real jump in personal energy right as the month closes. More drive for sport. More room for love and creative work. And if a trip or a big decision's been sitting on the table, this is a strong day to actually commit. Taken as a whole, September asks you to do the unglamorous work early. Receive what's offered honestly in the middle without overthinking it. And then actually sit with what the full moon shows you near the end instead of rushing past it into October. Harder than it sounds for a sign built for speed, but it's exactly what turns a busy month into a genuinely good year. If this resonated with you, hit like and subscribe.